Hi guys, I'm Juliana, and I'm going to tell you about French culture by answering the following questions. What significant historical events influenced the literature of that country? French literature was shaped by historical events such as the Middle Ages, where people focused on exalting warrior values and faith. Then, the Renaissance was born, boosting humanism and the critical thought in their readings. With the French Revolution and the Napoleonic era, Romanticism emerged, and readers began to feel anxiety and disorientation. Finally, in World War I, avant-garde movements arrived such as Vietnamese and Surrealism that sought to destroy bourgeois rationalism in order to explore the unconscious and new forms of expressive freedom. Which piece of literature was created by a famous person? When and how has it made? Our Lady of Paris, also known as the Hunchback of Notre Dame, was a piece of French literature written by Victor Hugo, one of the most famous writers in French literature, and published in 1831. The author, motivated by defense of French architectural heritage, wrote this novel in a context where Notre Dame Cathedral was in disrepair. Set in 15th century medieval Paris, the story featured Margaritis characters as protagonists, contrasting them with the corruption of others. This work stands as social critique that challenged the conservatives of its times, championing Gothic art and promoting its preservation. Can you mention a cultural innovation that affects their artistic development? Cultural innovation that affects French art was the systematic replacement of Romanesque art with Gothic art. Beginning in the 13th century, the use of the wreath ball and flying buttresses enabled architectural innovation. This technical advance made it possible for buildings to reach great height and for walls to open up to create enormous stained-glass windows, flooding the space with light. Describe an artist or author who influenced that culture and explain what kind of person was. Claude Monet was one of the most influential artists in French culture. He was a rebellious and determined figure who changed the art world by founding Impressionism, focusing on capturing light, color, and the feeling of the moment in all paintings. He was characterized by his determination throughout his life, preferring to live for the priority rather than follow the rigid rules of art academy of the family business. He believed that art shouldn't be complicated, but rather serve to provide visual pleasure through color and the captured light. Mention a painting, a song, or a book became a symbol for that culture. Who was the person that created? The painting that has become a symbol of French culture is literally the people. It was created by the French painter Eugène Delacroix in 1830 as a tribute to the revolutionary days that overthrew King Charles. The central figure is a woman who personifies liberty, advanced resolutely while waving the French flag, representing the union of different social classes. What did someone say or teach you about the cultures, art, or music? When I was studying in school, I had an English teacher who liked telling us about this country and its culture. She shared important facts and its language during our recreational classes. Although I didn't learn French, I became interested in the culture and since that moment, I have wanted to visit that place. How would you describe the difference between that country's cultural expression and your own? I'm from Colombia, and in my opinion, French culture is more reserved and formal. People focus on tradition and elegance. I believe they highly value privacy in their environments. Meanwhile, in my culture, we express our identity through closeness with people, music, and sharing in groups. We value trusting everyone and having spontaneous joy in everyday life. That's all for this video. Thank you for listening.